My podcast is on the presidency, and I'm Kelsies. And the president's roles are the chief of state, chief executive, chief administrator, chief diplomat, commander-in-chief, chief legislator, chief of party, and chief citizen. These roles he has to take on all on one time and has to complete all of them. The chief of state is the head of the government in the United States. In many countries, the chief of state has power but does not have complete control, which is exactly what is like in our country. Chief executive, he was assigned by the Constitution with the executive power of the United States, but not full executive power. He has the power in both domestic and foreign affairs. And the presidency in America is described as the most powerful office in the world. And the president has to live with limits on what he or she can and cannot do, and as does their family. Chief administrator, he is the director of the executive branch of the federal government. He heads one of the largest governmental machines in the world, and he directs an administration that employs some 2.8 million civilians and spends $3.8 trillion a year. He manages the executive branch but does not have complete full power. The chief diplomat, he, as chief diplomat, is the main architect of the American foreign policy and is in contact with all of the other countries in the world. He, as commander-in-chief, he is the leader of the nation's armed forces, which holds 1.4 million women and male soldiers. And as the chief legislator, he's the principal author of its public policies. He sets the overall shape of the congressional agenda. The president and Congress sometimes clash, and the president does not always get their way. As chief of party, he acknowledges the leader of the political party that controls the executive branch, not mentioned in the Constitution, but they do not have a vital place in the workings of the American governmental system. He has also power and influence, and it's shown by how well he or she takes on this particular role. As a chief citizen, he is a representative of all the people, takes high road and defend the public interest against many different and competing private interests. And that his first 6 tasks are roles of the president that come from the Constitution in American history, but the other 2 do not. And again, he has to take all these roles at one time.